The kind waitress inside a hotel. A waitress comes carrying food. A poor man sitting at a table counts his money and says, "I don't have enough money to pay for this food." The waitress replies kindly, "Why are you worried? The other customers in the hotel are watching this scene." The poor man asks, "What do you mean?" The waitress says softly, "Please eat your food. Don't worry about the money." The poor man asks in surprise, "Are you serious?" Just then, the hotel manager walks up to the waitress and asks angrily, "What are you doing here?" The waitress says, "I came to serve this man his food." The poor man gives her the little money. He has a man sitting nearby, watches everything carefully. The manager then says to the waitress, "Why did you accept such a small amount for this meal when he didn't even have money? Why did you let him into the hotel?" The man sitting nearby keeps watching silently. The manager tells the poor man harshly, "Leave this place right now." The poor man quietly walks away the next day. The kind waitress calls the poor man outside the hotel. She gives him food and he thanks her gratefully. Just then, the manager arrives again and shouts, "I already told you not to feed this poor man. Why did you give him food again? Why don't you understand what I say?" The kind waitress replies gently, "I only gave him the food that was left over." The manager, furious, says, "Any leftover food should be thrown into the dustbin. Why did you give it to him?" The waitress answers, "Isn't it better to give food to a hungry person than to throw it away?" The poor man starts to walk away, but the manager stops him, grabs the food, and throws it into the dustbin. The kind waitress says sadly, "What you did is not right." The manager replies coldly, "You're fired." The waitress pleads, "I only gave away leftover food. Please forgive me. I won't repeat this mistake." The manager says firmly, "There is no forgiveness. You can leave now, sometime later." The kind waitress is fixing her bed in her small room when the landlady comes to collect rent. The waitress gives her the money she has. The landlady says, "This is less than the full rent. When will you pay the rest?" The girl replies, "Please give me one more chance. I'll pay the full amount next time." The landlady warns, "If you don't pay full rent next time, you'll have to leave this room." Then she leaves a few days later. The kind girl sits sadly in a park thinking, "I've lost my job. What will I do now?" Sometime later, she goes to the landlady, hands her the room key, and says everything inside the room is as it was. "I'm leaving now." The landlady stops her and says, "You're not going anywhere. I won't let you leave. Don't vacate the room." The kind girl hugs the landlady with tears in her eyes and thanks her. The next day, she goes for a job interview. She greets the boss politely as he arrives. He looks at her resume and says, "Your CV looks great. Tell me about your work experience." She tells him about her job as a waitress. The boss smiles and says, "I was in that same hotel the day you gave food to the poor man. I saw your kindness with my own eyes because of that. I want to hire you." The girl, overjoyed, says, "Are you serious?" The boss stands up, shakes her hand, and she promises, "I will work here with full honesty and dedication." Sometime later in another hotel, the same girl and the same poor man, now both well-dressed, are sitting at a table. A waiter comes to take their order when he sees the girl. He is shocked. The girl smiles and says, "Do you recognize me?" The waiter says sadly, "What are you doing here? I treated you both so badly that day. I have no words to apologize